Welcome to SmartBiz Tech, where ancestral wisdom meets modern systems. Today, we unpack a clinical trial from northern Tanzania that asks, can a traditional African diet reverse inflammation in just 2 weeks? This isn't just about food, it's about reclaiming health, culture, and sovereignty. Let's start by looking at inflammation. Our bodies have a clever protection system, inflammation. With a small cut, your body sends help. White blood cells rush in to fight germs and heal. The area gets red, warm, and a little swollen. This short-term response is normal and useful. It turns off once the job is done. But sometimes the alarm never stops. Chronic inflammation is a long-term, low-level state of alert. It exhausts your immune system. Over time, it damages healthy cells and tissues. This hidden problem can affect the whole body. It is central to many modern diseases, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, some cancers, and even mental health. It is like the body accidentally hurting itself. Daily choices influence this balance. Food plays a huge role. Some foods can calm inflammation, others can fuel the fire. That is why different diets are studied worldwide. By observing real eating patterns, we learn how to protect health. Next, the Western diet versus a traditional African diet, and what happens when people switch between them. The Western diet, also called the standard American diet, is everywhere. It is heavy in ultra-processed foods with long ingredient lists. Sugary cereals, soft drinks, fast food, shelf-stable snacks. High in refined grains like white bread and white pasta. And lots of processed meat. It is typically low in fiber and plant diversity. Taking the example of the Kilimanjaro region, a traditional African diet looks very different. It is mainly plant-based, with lots of legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, a wide variety of traditional grains like millet, sorghum, and other ancient grains rich in nutrients. Plenty of green leafy vegetables, roots like cassava and yams, and fresh local fruits. Fermented foods are common and add beneficial microbes. In Kilimanjaro, a fermented banana drink called mbege is popular. Eating follows the seasons, boosting freshness and diversity. This way of eating is connected to land and local biodiversity, with natural, minimally processed whole foods. Next, what makes these foods so powerful for our immune system? This diet works through a combination of powerful pillars. No single food is the secret. It is a team effort. Legumes provide plant protein and, crucially, fiber. Fiber feeds trillions of good gut microbes. A nourished gut helps balance the immune system. Ancient grains like millet, sorghum, and teff are eaten whole. They release energy slowly and prevent sugar spikes. Unlike many refined wheat products, leafy greens offer vitamins and minerals. They are rich in polyphenols, protective plant chemicals. Microbes use them to reduce inflammation. Fermented foods add live bacteria and yeasts. They can increase gut microbe diversity and resilience. A diverse gut supports a healthier immune system. Fresh in-season foods have higher nutrients and polyphenols. These compounds decline with long storage. Fiber, diversity, freshness, and fermentation work together. How do we know the effects are real and fast? A landmark clinical trial put it to the test on Mount Kilimanjaro. To go beyond observation, researchers ran an intervention study. They built a pop-up restaurant near 2,000 meters in the Kilimanjaro region. Healthy young men took part from rural and urban areas. Rural participants ate a traditional African diet. Urban participants ate a Western-style diet, then they swapped diets. A crossover design let everyone experience both diets. Meals were served 3 times a day for 2 weeks. Western meals included refined grains, processed meats, and sugary snacks. Traditional meals featured beans, millet porridge, and green vegetables. Researchers measured blood inflammation markers and tested immune cell performance in the lab. They also analyzed the gut microbiome. Within 2 weeks, the traditional to Western switch raised inflammation. Inflammatory proteins went up significantly. Immune cells looked overactivated. But when challenged with microbes like salmonella, their performance got worse. Like an army making noise but failing at real threats. The Western to traditional switch did the opposite. Inflammation dropped. Immune activity became calmer and more balanced. Lower inflammation links to lower chronic disease risk. Another group on a Western diet drank the fermented banana beverage, mbege or mahiwu, for 1 week. Even that small change reduced some inflammation and improved immune balance. Fiber is a major driver, about 90 g on the traditional diet versus 30 g in the study's Western diet, and roughly 15 g for the US average. Fiber feeds microbes that produce anti-inflammatory short-chain fatty acids. Crucially, changes were visible in just 2 weeks. The body can rebalance when given the right fuel. This is a powerful and hopeful finding. The study was done with local scientists and community members with respect for traditions. It does not say one diet fits all, but reveals universal principles. How can you apply this at home? With simple, accessible steps, starting today. You do not need millet or banana beer to begin. Apply the principles with foods you can find. First, increase the amount and variety of fiber. Add legumes daily. Swap some meat for beans, lentils, or chickpeas. Use canned or dried. Both are affordable and versatile. Add black beans to soup. Make a lentil curry. Toss chickpeas into salads. Aim for 30 different plants each week. Include fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices. Make simple swaps to boost diversity. Choose sweet potato over plain potato. Use mixed greens instead of iceberg. Add mixed seeds and berries to porridge. Try fermented foods you can find locally. Kombucha, yogurt with live cultures, or kefir. Sauerkraut or kimchi, look for live, unpasteurized options. Focus on adding good things in. Pick a fruit with a handful of nuts. A fuller plate of plants naturally crowds out ultra-processed foods. Benefits can appear in as little as 2 weeks. You may notice more energy and better digestion. Every meal is an opportunity to support your microbes and calm inflammation. Start small. Pick one change today. Add lentils to your cart or try a new vegetable. Your journey to a healthier, less inflamed life begins with a single delicious bite. In just 2 weeks, a traditional African diet reshaped inflammation, immunity, and gut health. Imagine what it could do in 2 months or a lifetime. Let's stop chasing trends and start listening to our ancestors. Subscribe to SmartBiz Tech for more insights at the intersection of culture, science, and systems. Like, share, and drop a comment. What ancestral foods do you swear by? Please let us know in the comments.